Guys, this is Fern Gully, Jamaica, guys. This is Fern Gully, Jamaica. Oh, Lord. Guys, this is Fern Gully, Jamaica, guys. We are the Ferns. Jesus Christ. This is Fern Gully, Jamaica, guys. We got the exclusive here at One Sam's Nation, guys. The exclusive. Shit. Bro, this is time I did bad, bro.
Look at people. The food come and the people they want to carry the blood clot food gas station. The food land on the common and so. And they want to carry the food gas station for people. Walk down them blood clot the gas station. Tell me now, people. Tell me now, chat. They want the blood clot food. When the police have been there all along. No food come they want to carry gas station. Tell me now. Look what go on there, so. Station they want to carry raw food. But people all out there so for walk go. We out a station. They go get blood clot food. We not go now, we don't want it. Yo, no make them name, we don't take none of blood clot. See that chat? Station they want to carry food. Station they want to carry food. So all out there so for walk go out a station to get bumbo clot party and water. They face it. We don't go with the bumbo clot. I want to, I don't want none for them. Move on the post, we're going to make the police in them. Yeah. Hey boy, move on the land, move on it. Yo, the hungry belly them can't go along with them. Now blood clot on the station for no party. Yo, make the police them go near me. Move on the post so long way. Where? But walk your full gas station. Party no walk your gas station. Eh? So people for walk. We still have that save and no one walk for blood clot food and hungry. The people that hungry and want to walk gas station for food. Eh? And the food company buy us up. On the face, you know, bomb buckler. Yeah, we don't want to say. See them a labor right post solar. I mean, look what's me take a fight. I'm going to walk a station feet. Move on a bomb buckler and go. I hear that. Hey. Labor right! On the bomb buckler. Now go ahead. I'll be a labor to go to go shape with you. No move on a bomb buckler and go ahead. Yo, PNP don't take none of bomb buckler. Me they gonna go near me. When the police them go near me. Move on a bomb buckler and go ahead. No, none. Where? Watch your people. The people that carry the food gas station, everybody they have to them the food. Station them carry go. People for walk back at them like we are dog. The bomb buckler food and I that. We're not gonna go.
Welcome to True Jamaica Buzz, news and entertainment with a buzz. The video that you just saw at the start of this is a situation that took place in one of those areas most affected by Hurricane Melissa that passed a couple of days ago. Now people, based on what the man is saying, is that some food seems to have been airlifted, dropped down at the community. However, the police was there to intercept it, and the police decided that they were going to take the food, water, potty, go to the police station, and the persons should come to the police station where it would be issued out. You hear the man saying that this is some political stuff. These people that are holding on to the potty, the police, not the vehicle, are affiliated with the JLP, so therefore they want to take the potty and the water and give it to their JLP friends and not the PNP people. Now people, it is ironic that a couple of days ago I was speaking to somebody that lived in one of those areas in a Westmoreland that was highly affected, meaning that most of the people in house devoured. And they said that they went to an area and party was there and the people were acting so tribal. There was so much disorder. People were actually killing themselves over the party, meaning literally. Now people, you have to look at things, pros and cons. The fact that these persons have been in these areas affected by the hurricane. The fact that these persons are probably weak, hungry, and thirsty. Then you're going to tell these people after they are seeing food within their reach that they now need to leave from where they're at, convenience, watching over their house, everybody sit down and kind of reminisce and think about what is to do for the future and what happened throughout the hurricane. Then you want them to leave and walk to the station. Don't know how far the station is, whether it is close or whether it is very far. Sometimes you have to be practical. Sometimes you have to be sensible. Sometimes you have to be rational whenever you're making decisions. And I understand that maybe if them just make everybody grab and run and take, some persons are not going to get. So I understand from that aspect. However, you too have to make sure that you're fully prepared. That means that if you know that the JDF soldiers were going to airlift or drop some food, you should have had persons on the ground, and then those persons on the ground should have been able to distribute the food fairly so that everybody got something and nobody was left out. Me just have say, sometimes it is common sense. Sometimes it is just you being sensitive and practical. In this case, we see some persons were very disturbed. Some persons were very pissed, and rightfully so. Point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news is based on a verbal tit-for-tat that has been going on between notable selector, controversial social media personality Futah Hype and dancehall artist Mr. Vegas. Now, in case you don't know, Mr. Vegas is a staunch defender of the JLP, specifically Andrew Holness. It seems as if they have some sort of relationship. It seems as if he is in charge of security and all things in defense of Andrew Holness. And that is his party, and he has the right to choose whomever he wants to defend, even though sometimes him kind of go OD for that OD that he seems to be looking. Now, people, Mr. Vegas made a post, his latest post, and he is lashing out at the conspiracy theorists, and most of all, he is lashing out at Futah Hype and other persons that are critiquing his Prime Minister, Andrew Holness. I want you to take a look at exactly what Mr. Vegas has to say, and then I'll give my piece.
We're not done, so not about say, look on the tree them, the rain will come down, it destroy the leaf them. The people say, so we're not done. See, the man have tried to build a smart city. Don't sell no land. Don't sell no land. They have tried to build a smart city. So Andrew Holness have tried to build a smart city in St. Elizabeth and bring hurricane for destroy Westmoreland, destroy St. Elizabeth, destroy Hanover, the Alp and the outskirts of Portland. Andrew Holness just destroy so many places to build one smart city in St. Elizabeth. People not believe on again. All of this time we they laugh of L.A. Lewis and think say him are the idiot and I know say I are the idiot. And we have a whole lot more L.A. Lewis. One time we take L.A. Lewis thing as joke. Now we can't laugh of L.A. Lewis alone. You all are no dance. When you say, oh, God make it happen, like Don said, Futah Hype, God make it happen so he can punish the people, and so God make a hurricane come and pass all of the wicked man in America, all the wicked people, all the shaky people, all of the people, we are unalive people, and make it come at Jamaica upon the outskirts with so much God-fearing people and so much church that God make it come there so come destroy people. When you dance, when you can't think critical. And that's why we're at the back of the line. Right? Same day. The Prime Minister went to St. Elizabeth the day before. Right after the storm. After the hurricane. We not just blame the man for some little trivial thing. I mean, understand, say people there on the ground are suffer, but we not exploit it. That's why you have people like Shelley and Coran have bun out Sean Paul about $50,000 him give. When she did it with a Digicel man, when she could have did in a position right now, figure 10 times that. And she blew up that the deal there. She lose that the deal there. She lose that the link there. And come and criticize people on the internet too. She a PMP. Or PMP supporter. When you sit down on the internet every day, when I watch who give, who no give, and I pressure artists, when the artists no give, which artists figure now? I wish artists, I want to know show say we no even give a buckle of water. And so many other things when you can do, you can take a flight, you know, look big and strong and sour. Somehow you need to take a flight and go up on the website, go volunteer to do something when you can't even cut down like a bush. When you on the internet, I watch who give from who no give and who forgive now, and who did forgive and who not give. Damn shit. You know what I mean? When you go take a flight, Take a cheap JetBlue ticket, dog shit. Get a cheap JetBlue ticket. Go up on the website, support jamaica.gov.jm, and the money alone you can use and get support. You can go sign up to do any little thing. You can go clean up some trash. You can go rake up something. Big stinking dog shit. You can go rake up some bush. You can go join the line to hand out the food when the soldiers them come with the truck them. You can go use a map and some something and go help dry up some water out of some people's house and clean up some mud. Dog shit. You dey on internet sit down and watch who give from who no give yet. You dey on internet and talk about Prime Minister no bring back the water and Prime Minister no give nothing yet. And the Prime Minister no send down a chocolate with that things. Dog shit. We not exploit people suffering. We not exploit what people are go through. A real situation upon the ground, we know on internet a point clad finger. Futah side could have do better. Futah side could have do better. How Futah side could have do better?
Now, people, as it pertains to the conspiracy theorists, I've seen many videos where persons are saying that Hurricane Melissa was actually man-made, and it was Andrew Holness and his people in the United States that had some 2030 plan for St. Elizabeth. They wanted to get rid of all the persons and then take over the land, build all sorts of expensive hotel and gain financially. Well, people, you and I know that that is not practical. As it pertains to Futah Hype, and Futah Hype being a critic, one of the biggest critics of Andrew Holness, some people would say that I am also a critic. However, I am just stating the facts, and everything that I say, you can actually Google. Everything when I say, you can Google it and you say, yes, he is in trouble with the Integrity Commission. Persons are talking about the 28 bank account. Persons are talking about SSL. Persons are talking about a whole bunch of accusations and allegations that have been levied against the Prime Minister. So therefore, that is why persons like myself do not have 100% trust in the Prime Minister. Everything is factual. However, when it comes to these, what you call conspiracy theorists and their theory that Andrew Holness created this, Andrew Holness and somebody created this storm or hurricane, and this was not the act of nature, the act of God. People, that is far-fetched. As it pertains to Futah Hype and what he feels about the Prime Minister, it is mixed review when it comes to the Prime Minister. However, Futah Hype is at it once again because Futah Hype is saying that he's seeing the celebrity, he's seeing the artist, he's seeing everybody and their mother that is out here that is contributing from their personal finances. However, when it comes to the government of Jamaica, specifically Andrew Holness and the JLP, he is not seeing them spending the money that is given in a hurricane relief. He is not seeing them, even worse, spending their own personal money. I want you to take a listen, take a look at exactly what Mr. Futah Hype has to say, and then I'll give my piece.
Civilian with the regular little money can jump out, and the politician will have our money, or them to spend on we. Nah, do it, how that go? Big up Edie man, Mrs. Chantal, jump out from Hurley. Mrs. Shaggy, one private jet full of goods. Which politician do that? Out of Shaggy pocket that I come from. Which politician spend nothing out of them pocket? All the things that them love, you know, and them want to run down. Me never see Bunty I been out of half a tree and it black, you know. But every time conference I keep it black, you know. Me never see massacre out of half a tree and it black, so yet like on a conference, you know. So how it work? All the love politicians don't like, you know. But you don't like artists. Me never see Bunty out of half a tree and it run like conference yet, you know. Me never see so much people load up bike and van and drive back a sizzler yet, you know. When you not gonna learn? When you not gonna learn? If me see like a dancehall queen, Cher, can take up her own money and do it. Me say Tommy Lee go run and part with him own money. And the politician, them not one of them not do nothing with their own money, I'll know. Our money them are spending and still don't want to spend it, you know. You don't see something wrong with that. Massacre spending money and make the politician come and drain him energy. Make the politician go load him own container, make you see. Make him go load him own truck, make you see. Go load your own truck, make me see, brother. Where you come each outside a massacre, go do your own thing, make me see. Your government, go do your own thing.
Now, people, we hear what Mr. Vegas had to say, and we hear what Futah Hype had to say. Some of them make sense in some of the things that they say, but some of them make absolutely no sorts of sense. So therefore, I am going to try to split justice, which is what I always try to do. As it pertains to the Prime Minister, and the situation happen not just in Jamaica whenever there's any sort of hurricane, any sort of emergency situation. The persons that are in charge can never do enough fast or as efficiently like persons think. Because things are moving at not speed, and we know that when it comes to the government of Jamaica, most third world countries, specifically Jamaica, they move very, very slowly. They always drag their feet. It have to go through all sorts of process. It have to go through Parliament, rate, lele, blue, blah, blah. So when persons see everybody contributing, including first world nation, Canada, United States, UK, celebrity, everybody are contribute, millions and billions, sports people, everybody. And then we see the people and we see all these videos that have been circulating all over social media where the people are actually dying for hunger. So anyways, people, like me say, both of these persons have been going back and forth at it. Both of them have been critiquing, one pro for the government and one con for the government. So therefore, they are never going to see eye for eye, especially when they are not objective, especially when they are biased. There's a thing that is called constructive criticism. And even if you issue a constructive criticism, if persons are biased, and even if you lay out 1 million facts, they're always going to say you're biased. Who the cap fit, make them wear it. Point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news, it is called an act of kindness. You've often heard me say some of these TikTokers are the despicable. I am speaking about the likes of Rosalie Zuma. You know the culprits that I am speaking about, the ones that are always on social media, trending with a whole bunch of buffoonery. However, there is one particular TikToker that is showing kindness in every sense of the word in this Hurricane Melissa relief. He was supposed to link up with a lady and they were supposed to get a van or a truck to deliver the much needed goods that persons need in the hurricane. Persons that are most affected. However, it seems as if that truck didn't come through. When he realized that that lady was not coming with the truck because the person was charging them X amount of dollars in which they could not afford, he was walking by a place and he saw a construction or a business, that had 2 trucks. He decided by a leap of faith he was going to ask the man that owns these trucks, owns this business, if he could use one of the trucks. And to his surprise, the man looked at him and felt his energy, felt his honesty, and decided he was going to give him that truck. I want you to take a look, and then I'll give my piece.
Yeah, on my way to Kingston, miss me, I come for stuff them. I mean, I come for you, me I go give them out. Me I go give them out in Jesus' name. I'm on my way. How when I go tell me say God no real? When they tell me say God no real, I'm sure no, so I'm sure no, me know God real. There's a lady in Kingston, I don't remember her company name, and she had messaged me and tell me, say, listen, I'm going to buy some stuff, and I'm going to get one van, and I'm going to carry them come, but I want you come meet with me, so you can help me distribute it. And the last minute when the lady come, you know, say the people them who tell her, say, we are going to just throw some gas in the van so we can come and help you distribute it. You know, say, by the last minute, the man, they might tell the woman about $50,000 and $60,000. So when me I come through Montego Bay last night, I say, mighty God, people don't want the food. And me say, me I drive past one place in Montego Bay and me see 2 vans at 1 yard. 2 vans at 1 yard. And like one man say, what you can do, just ask, no? Just ask. And me tap and me call along the man gate. And me say, excuse me, I want one of your van for borrow. And the man look for me so and look for his wife so. Me say, yes. And I explain the story to him, right? And I show him who me be on TikTok, and the man say, all right, go on. I say, what you say? The man say, take on the road. My spirit take you. KEG Energy Solution. See, Vanya, I drive a go now, And I literally just remember saying me no update to yet. See sign here. KEG Energy Solution. I'm going to tag them on TikTok. I'm going to tag them. When you go over there, I'm going to full up their like. They deserve every attention. KEG. Where all our people and know if you help? See them, I'm sure them everything I like. The man empty out in tool them. Some little stuff in there, I can clean out. But I tell him, say, me can't wait. See there? See there? A good thing me can drive manual vehicle. Me alone in there. Look. Me alone. See there?
Now, people, here's my disclaimer before I proceed. Sometimes you hear me speak, and sometimes I use a broad brush and paint everybody. Stereotype. It is not good to stereotype. However, whenever you speak, you usually speak in general because you cannot speaking about everybody. So therefore, if the majority is bad, then even the good will have to suffer for the bad, unfortunately. However, in this case, this youth is a TikToker. This youth has a kind heart. If what we're seeing is true, and I have no doubt. So this person, this business person that did his good deed, just trust the youth, not knowing him from anywhere, and knowing that there are so many scammers in Jamaica. Him no look like the typical uptown youth, him look like the regular, average civilian Joe or Jane in Jamaica. However, this man felt his spirit. Whether it was an act of God, people, me not really know, me can't really say. He allowed this man that he does not know, a total stranger, to take his truck and do road so that he can help and do something kind. People, sometimes you have to give credit where credit is due, and credit to this TikToker and credit to that business that actually put the faith and trust this youth. Point blank and period.
Date and Camber, I beg you now. I don't want to think say the hillside there, every people live out there. Date and Camber to exact, you know, you walk that road there, you know what the people them feel, what people them go through. Date and people don't have no house up here, no food, no water. See a lady there, she alone polite enough to talk because everybody is afraid to talk.
So the next thing that is popping in the news is based off a video that has been making its round on social media. Apparently there was some sort of parliamentary and politician meeting, and it seems as if a PNP MP, he got very emotional. He got very emotional because the era that he serves is one of our probably the most affected era in Jamaica. Now, people, what makes this video very interesting is the fact that while this man was being very emotional, and rightfully so because persons in his constituency are suffering, the leader or the speaker of the house, meaning Juliet Holness, meaning Andrew Holness' wife, seems a little bit insensitive, and she was acting kind of tyrannical. I want you to take a look, and then I'll give my piece.
It is a total and complete disaster in eastern Westmoreland, and this is a cry for help. I guess when a politician is saying something, people naturally think it's political because it's coming from a politician.
Member, just straight to the question. Madam Speaker, please. I have a mother that is in St. Anne. I don't have one in here. Member,
right?
question, please.
Don't do that.
Straight to the question, member.
I am simply trying to set the context of what I'm saying by saying that nothing that I have to say here is politically motivated. My first question, because I think we have to learn from what we do. My first question, in the preparation for the hurricane, when the initial allocation was made of $200 million, we were told that some of us constituencies were not included in that allocation of $200 million. We raised concerns because the system was bigger than the country, several times bigger, and clearly would have affected every parish. Looking at what happened, where Westmoreland was told that we're not a priority, and landfall was made in eastern Westmoreland, do we think that we have the appropriate mechanism in place to make the allocations for impending weather events like this?
Good question. Good question. Good question.
Idea, an accurate count of the number of deaths that have occurred in Jamaica.
No.
Because based on my count from my own constituency, in the Darliston division, there are 12. In the Leamington division, 4. Betheltown division, 2. And 7 in the White House division, which is giving me 25. So do we have an accurate count as to the number of deaths that have taken place in the country? Eastern Westmoreland is where landfall was made. A Category 5 hurricane, the eye of it, so that carries the eye wall, went across the constituency, starting in New Hope to Darliston to Betheltown, and then over into South St. James. Total devastation and destruction along the entire constituency. Do we believe that enough personnel from ministries, departments, and agencies have been mobilized for a constituency like this, which is in fact the actual ground zero of the hurricane? Madam Speaker, I have nothing but concern for the people that I represent. I don't care who they voted for. Not my concern at this time. I'm talking about the people and how they are currently living. Anybody who doubts what I am saying, take a trip for yourself. And if it doesn't cause you to have tears, then you are not human. Anybody that doubts what I'm saying, take a trip for yourself. If you think that I am just here grandstanding, take a trip for yourself and have a look at the situation. It is a total and complete disaster in Eastern Westmoreland, and this is a cry for help.
Now, people, conveniently, while I use the voice of Dr. Dayton Campbell, I think, the MP, PNP affiliate, I was also playing at the background the era or eras like that were deeply affected, meaning total demolition, total destruction. Most places gone, gone, gone. Don't know when they're ever going to come back. However, when the allocations were made based on what this MP is saying, that era was not a part of the money given out process. However, we saw that that was where the eye of the storm, Hurricane Melissa hits. That was a landfall. That was where everything all started, and you saw the devastation that took place on the whole of Jamaica, especially down there, so Black River. Those persons or places were deeply the most affected. Now, people, as it pertains to the Speaker, the leader of the House, Juliet Holness, don't know who she is, FUC. Well, I know. How did she get this position? Because obviously, she is not objective. Obviously, she is biased. Obviously, whenever anybody says anything that she seems to be critiquing the Prime Minister or the JLP, even if it is constructive criticism, she gets in her feeling. This lady is very tyrannical. This lady should never be put in a position like she is in. But again, this is politics. Who are you, FUCKING? It is not who is best qualified for the job. And this is yet an next perfect example. And this is not me being political or politicizing the situation. This is just me kicking straight facts. If you like facts and you like truth, you will like what I am saying. If you are the typical jackass, sheep, then you won't. Point blank and period. So anyways, people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos like these, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. Bless up.